Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for October 28th to November the 3rd. This week, Aquarius, you have the Awakening Oracle card, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Hermit, Three of Pentacles, Judgment, and the beautiful Ten of Cups. So, yeah, I mean, double awakening energy here. I love it when the cards line up. They usually do, Aquarius. So, there really is a period of awakening going on, and it's a theme for pretty much everybody at the moment. We are going through a period of ascension, of energetic upgrade. When that happens, we are really challenged to to see the things in our life that are holding us back, the things that don't serve us anymore. They naturally start to fall away, but sometimes they really come up to the surface to be re-experienced before they can be released. And there's a real process of that purging, that re-experiencing, purging going on at the moment, so that we can create the space for higher frequency experiences, for greater energy to come in for us. And that's the period of awakening, but can be pretty painful. And there's a lot of truths that we awaken to, a lot of truths when we go through that process. So I'm going to start off by reading out that Oracle card, Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you're experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rising through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing at this time is for you to not overthink it and stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul's gifts are emerging. So that is really beautiful, Aquarius. And that's true, our soul's gifts do emerge the more we release and purge those things that are not serving us. We start to reconnect with our higher self, and our pure energy, which is our gift, really starts to shine through. I think you've been going through a period of awakening to that. Okay, so we'll start with the Hermit and Judgment. Yeah, so powerful cards here, Aquarius, and powerful awakening. I feel like some of you have been going through this for a little while now. The Hermit is said to have a 9-month energy. It could have been that this whole year there's been a theme for you of, right, how can I ascend? How can I release myself from the things that have kept me small, that have kept me bound, that have kept me constricted, confined, feeling like I'm in a small space in my life. I really feel like some of you are ready to fly, ready to soar, but it's been a real big process of self-inquiry to get there. And I think that's what the Hermit energy is. I think there's been a theme this year of you, being quite introspective, being in a reflective energy, taking a lot of time out for yourself to really contemplate your life, and not just for yourself. I feel like you've been contemplating life on a grander scale. Where do I fit into this, with this world? What is my purpose? What is the purpose of humanity? The big questions, the really big questions have been coming up for you. I feel like some of you have been doing some healing, maybe even some past life regressions, really starting to heal your soul at that sort of really fundamental level. And I think for some of you too, there's been that period of, okay, well, I know that I need to release so many of these mundane daily things that are keeping me small, but where to after that? I think that's such a big question for everybody as they start to get clear with their higher self, their soul purpose, and they release some of those, daily mundane situations. It can be a scary place to be in, because it's like, well, what now? How will I support myself? What path will I walk? But as you start to go through this process, you just have to, and you have to trust in that process. Then, like the Hermit with his little lamp here, with the small star energy, the small healing renewal energy, the more he, takes that journey and the answers start to reveal themselves to him, as the truths start to be revealed, this little star energy just reveals a little bit more of the path. So you can shuffle on and take those steps. You might not know where the full path is, the destination that's going to lead to, but it will start to reveal itself, and you can start walking that path. That awakening energy or judgment, is quite a strong energy. I feel like some of you have had the wake-up call. The wake-up call for some people can come as a revelation. It can come as an experience that shocks us into, really reassessing our lives and seeing things behind the curtain, coming to terms with our sense of spirituality, realizing that life's short, time to get on the path. It can also bring about a real sense of vulnerability, like I mentioned, not really knowing what life might hold now. Maybe the plans that you laid down for yourself, you're questioning them now and you're thinking, well, that's not where I was headed all this time after all. And it can it can really make you feel vulnerable like these people here. And you're pretty much asking the heavens, well, if not that path, well, what now? Well, I think you just have to trust in the process and trust that you will be led on this journey. Judgment can be the card of second chances. It can be the card of forgiveness. Is there anything you need to give a second chance? Is there anything you need to forgive and forget so that you can truly, release and carry on in this new direction? Now, as part of that awakening and purging and, finding your path, like I mentioned before, you may need to actually leave a path. There may be a situation that you need to walk away from. We've got the Eight of Cups here. Cups, it is usually the suit of emotions, of emotional fulfillment. It's at that level. So fundamentally, I feel like you probably were going through this awakening process because you reached a point in your life where you weren't fulfilled. And even though, things might have been pretty good, I feel like there was a fundamental piece missing. For example, you might have been in a relationship and it might have been, quite good and you got on quite well. Maybe that person didn't have spiritual interest and you're being strongly called in that direction. Or maybe there was just one fundamental thing that just, wasn't in alignment or wasn't there for you guys. But, it was one of those things that it's a non-negotiable. It's a deal breaker. Same can be said about, in the workplace. Maybe you had a great job and you were paid well, but it just wasn't fulfilling you. And you're meant for bigger things. And, life is short and we want to be in alignment. We get one shot at this, depending on your beliefs. And why not seek a 9 or 10 of Cups reality, which is what you're moving towards here, Aquarius. So I think you've already turned your back on the past, on the old path, and you're starting to walk the new path now. And I think by moving on from that situation that didn't fulfill you, that's when, the universe knows that there's energetic space there, and then it can start to bring you the opportunities that really line up for you. So the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles also talks about somebody who has been out there working those fields, doing the preparation work, laying a foundation for growth, laying a foundation for a new harvest that's going to come in, not in this season, but in the next season. And I really feel that process that you were going through is almost like that germination, the germination stage of the seeds, all this introspection that you were doing and releasing and having deeper level awakenings, that has been you laying your foundation. And, I think that the harvest is going to come in the next season, and we can see that it's something very fulfilling and beautiful. The Knight of Pentacles, he holds the Ace of Pentacles. This is the promise. This is the promise of worldly success. This is the promise of new opportunities that can really go the distance. So I really feel like this is, it's all kind of starting to simmer at the moment. Once again, we need to trust in the process. We need to give it time because, the Knight of Pentacles, it is said to be one of the slower moving knights of the tarot deck, and the Pentacles suit is also slow moving. So it's about the planning and preparation that you do now is going to lead to abundance in the future. And this is what we see. It's just a perfect story, which I love. The cards always work out, guys. So here, we already see progress. We see that Knight of Pentacles, or that Ace of Pentacles, developing into the Three of Pentacles. This is progress and growth. It's saying by, clearing that space, leaving the thing that didn't serve you, you are allowing new opportunities to come in and quickly expand. The Three of Pentacles is about, developing something, building something, rebuilding your life in another direction, collaborating with others, teamwork, being the apprentice of life again, being open to learning, really taking the opportunities that come in for you and building them into great things. And this Ten of Cups reality is coming for you, Aquarius, which is the peak experience, the epitome of emotional fulfillment, of joy and love. Now that might come through building this opportunity, or it could be the result of, well, you know what, after you've put that hard work in and you're on a new journey, it's going to end up in this place here. I think you're moving into a position of much greater purpose and emotional fulfillment. And just something that popped into my head just then, I feel that you may actually meet somebody in this process, maybe one of the people that you're collaborating on this project with, or this new beginning, whether it's in the workplace, whatever it is. You may actually meet that person, that soulmate, where you're actually going to be living this Ten of Cups reality with. The Ten of Cups also, it talks about abundance and manifestation. 3 is also the number of the beginnings of manifestation. But, these people realize that they need to put the work in order to keep building, to keep manifesting. And these people here, you could say, are the masters of manifestation. They know that the rainbow doesn't just keep, delivering and keep giving them the cups through doing no work and taking no action. They're continuously, building and receiving, manifesting and being given. So it's about you getting into flow and getting into alignment and working with the energies of the universe and understanding how to build that true abundance for yourself. It's a beautiful reading, Aquarius. You're really starting the process of awakening to how the universe works, working in alignment with that to really, truly build your best life. So Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I wish you all the best with what could be the peak of your awakening this week. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for every one of you. Feel free to leave me a comment. I'd love to know how it's playing out in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.